weapon. It killed more than 140,000 people instant, and then left the radiation. So some Hibakusha has a radiation sickness, as you know, cancer. The reason I came here is that I don't want anyone ever experience the experience I have had. American missionary teach me English. I did not go to school. American missionary asked me to go to the United States and tell my story. Fortunately or unfortunately, American people don't know the war experience. So, if they don't know that the war experience, they might have war or use the atomic bomb. Nowadays, a lot of the country have the nuclear weapon. If America used the atomic bomb, another country will use it. So, please say, I don't want any war. I don't want any weapon when you grow up. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much for sharing your story with us. That was very moving, and you do such a good job of telling your story. And even learning English, I know, has been a struggle for you, and you did a great, great job. And thank you again. We're ready now for the questions, and I think what we'll do is we'll start from, since we have more students here, we'll start with 3 questions from this side, and then we'll go to Crothers, and we'll take 3 questions. And I appreciate the students if you'd speak loudly and clearly and slowly. And if we have any problems, I may need to repeat your question just to make sure that Miyoko can understand what you're asking. So why don't we get started with the students' questions, if that's okay? And we have our first 3 students, if you want to come up.
Hello, my name is Carl Crowley from Eisenhower Elementary School. I would like to know, do you have any family of your own now?
Yes, as I mentioned that you are asking my family.
Yes.
Hi. My mother was a survivor too, and then my house was located edge of the city, so my house was not burned. But I found my house bending. I could not get into the house, and then I was mobilized in the city, so I was only exploded atomic bomb and had a burn. And then I lost the father and the elder brother and his wife late. So I was only one person who had exploded. And my mother was an army factory underground, but 1.5 mile away from the target. So she was the basement, and she was making army clothes in a factory. So she could arrive.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Elson from Eisenhower Elementary School. I would like to know if you could replay that day when the bomb hit, what would you do differently?
The last one I couldn't understand easily, and she wanted to know that.
She wants to know, on the day that the bomb was dropped, if you could change any one thing, what would you change or what would you do differently that day?
That means I did not change my life, or
Is there anything that you did that day that you wouldn't do again, or things that you would like to have done that day that you didn't do? Is that your question?
マイコさんどう言ってんの？Military government forced me to do that. So if I said no, we have to go to the jail. So we couldn't say anything. Our government. We are not democratic country. So we cannot say anything to our government. So we have to we have to do the same thing that the government forced to do that.
Thank you.
Is that true?
Hello, my name is Danielle from Eisenhower Elementary. I would like to know.
Just a little bit, okay?
I would like to know, do you think the bomb changed your personality?
I was thinking another thing.
How did being at Hiroshima when the bomb was dropped change your life? How did it affect you?
My life changed by my friend. I was so sad to lose my friend. So if I say I'm telling my story, that means instead of my friend who died, when my friend appeared in my nightmare, Michiko encouraged me to speak my story. I'm only 12 years old. I didn't do anything for a war. You have to tell my story to the Japanese student. So I used to tell my story to the Japanese student. We are not victim, but also aggressor. We invaded Asian country. So whatever reason we may have, we should not start the war. My speech come from my dead friend. Dead friend changed my life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are now ready to take 3 questions from Crothers Elementary. So if you could speak loudly and clearly, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Was it hard to see
Michael.
Hyanko Valley? We're from Crothers. Was it hard to see everyone and other people get hurt and die at any time of the bomb?
Yes, we heard you. the question, I think you answered it in part, is they asked about your reaction to losing your friends and your family and loved ones at Hiroshima, and how that made you feel.
So I promised those people will try as much as I could do. Am I correct?
My name is Rachel Wood from Colors Elementary. I would like to know, how do you feel seeing this one part of the earth be destroyed in a matter of seconds, just like Sadako did?
Let me ask you to repeat that. Could you repeat that? I didn't catch the middle of your question.
How do you feel seeing this one part of the earth be destroyed in a matter of seconds, just like Sadako did?
Her question is, how did you react to see your city destroyed in just a few seconds, much like Sadako experienced seeing her city destroyed?
Repeat again.
How did you react to seeing Hiroshima so destroyed, and what did you think when it happened that quickly?
Because I think that many people in Hiroshima on that day are destroyed. Many people come after the bombing. They have to think we have to build a city beautifully. So they did a good deal. And then America or Allied, the army came to Hiroshima, and then they acting like a, good friend. So Hiroshima, people think war is wrong. Our government did the wrong thing. If our government said we want to stop the war before the bombing, we might not have the bomb. I am one of them. I thought our government should say, I don't want to war. And we already realized we defeated. So, you love us just so much after the bombing. So, some of my friends who are in America and Japan said, is that true? We fight with America? I can't believe it. We are now close friends.
Thank you.
I'm Brett James, and I'm from Fellows Elementary. And in the book Sadako, Sadako's scariest part of having the disease was leaving her goals in life and her family behind. And I want to know what the scariest part of having the disease is for you.
Sadako, do you know that the Sadako story very well? Have you read? You know Sadako. I think she's a great woman. She realized that she might die from leukemia. However, she believed that the Japanese proverb, if you hold 1,000 paper cranes, your dream will come true. Or holding 1,000 crane may bring you longevity. And she continued holding a crane until she died. She never lost hope. People were moved by such encourageous behavior. Therefore, Sadako is a symbol of hope to many people in Hiroshima or all over the world. Is that the correct answer?
Thank you.
I think that was 3 questions from Crothers, so we're ready now for 3 questions from here. We have our next group.
Group 2, Stephen Wilson.
They prepared well. They have their questions all on cards for you, and they wanted to hold the questions because they didn't know the questions the other schools would ask. They didn't want to ask the same question twice.
Hello, my name is Stephen from Eisenhower Elementary School. I would like to know, did you ever have any nightmares about your experience?
Yes. When we have a student from Osaka, Japan, one of them, like you, who came to Hiroshima, she was just like Michiko. So I said to her, so sorry, I couldn't help you. I promise you. Because I didn't help you, so I'm now helping Japanese people like you. Then I had a nightmare. She had in my dream, and she said, I am only 12 years old. I didn't do anything for war. Why I have to die? You are lucky you could arrive. So you have to tell your story. Although I know you have hard time to tell your story to the student from your memory. But you are lucky you have to tell. Then I had a nightmare on that night. And then I said, I said, please calm down. I will tell in the place of your death. So please calm down. She became happy and disappeared from my nightmare. When I wake up, my tear calmed down. My pure wet with tear. So when I had exhausted, I had a nightmare. So I try not to exhausted. Is that the correct answer?
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nick Allen from Eisenhower Elementary School. I would like to know, did you work with the blind or any of the survivors?
Blind?
Or any survivors?
I worked for blind children's institution for 8 years. Some of them lost eyesight from the blast. They are watching like this. And then some of them lost their parents. And some people were playing beside the, wall. Then house broken. So the clay come into their eye and they become blind. I worked 30 blind children for 8 years.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Melissa Blavo from Eisenhower Elementary School. I would like to know, do you think that the people that died because of the bomb would be grateful for what you are doing?
I'm not used to that.
Yes, you understand the question?
So, could you repeat again?
Do you think that the people that died because of the bomb would be grateful for what you are doing?
I think I think they were grateful to me what I am doing, because no one wants to have war. No one wants to have a nuclear weapon, experienced people. So they were grateful to me, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Those were
No, not at all.
very hard questions, and thank you for your answers. We have 3 questions, and from Crothers.
In Sadako, she didn't remember anything about the bomb. What was your first thought about the flash of the atom bomb?
What he was asking is, Sadako didn't remember anything of the bomb, of course, but what was your first reaction when the flash from the bomb?
I felt very, very scared, or so scared to me. And then, if I said I have to live, if I didn't think that I have to live, I may have died. So I have to say, let's have a hope, whatever happened. It was so scary to me to death when I saw such a horrible scene. But I have to go home and then ask to home. My mother is waiting. So let's have hope. Whatever something happened on me, that made me, life.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mark Pillars from Covers Elementary. Did you ever think I'm going to die, or did you think I'm going to live? What kept you wanting to live?
So telling my story is also make me longer. Her hope falling paper crane, that is her hope. I am also my mission or hope telling my story. Is that true? My question? My answer?
Yes.
Is that true?
Thank you. Hi, my name is Melody Laduca from Crothers Elementary. And in the book Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes, Sadako had a lot of things going through her mind. How does it feel to know that you can get sick and die at any day?
That's a hard question.
I was on the verge of 4 days. I was on the verge of death for 4 days. I know when I am dying, but she never lost hope, because she can make her life longer. So hoping falling thousand queen. So I think she realized she might die soon. So even though I felt I may die, for instance, 12 years ago, I became a cancer, and I had a 5 months sick leave in order to have breast surgery.